Hey everybody, what's good? MidMorningSol back at it again with another playthrough part to Piofiore, Episodio 1926. And y'all, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to say the number in Italian, but who the fuck knows what that is? But yeah, y'all, what the fuck? I didn't know I was saying it wrong all this time. That sneaky second eye. Fuck. Good thing I'm not monetized. Yeah, y'all, so last we left, it was the bad ending for Orlok. We managed to do the alternate choices. And now we have this new chapter, which, holy moly, what the hell does that mean? Catechismus. Which, your guess is as good as mine. I don't even know what the fuck that's referring to. But it's the good ending. It's the true ending. It's the best ending. Which is what we ultimately want. So I meant to do that, y'all. I meant to do the bad choice. The bad ending first. Ha ha ha. Right? No, not really. But yeah, I'm stoked. Managed to get the better ending. And we're on our way to seeing how that's going to play out. So folks, shall we proceed? We shall. Let's get it. All right. The next day, I was in the lounge with Orlok and Gil. Oliver had work to attend to and left the manor early this morning. There were some days that Emilio joined us for breakfast. This sounds like the exact same fucking thing, but whatever, we'll just roll with it. There were some days that Emilio joined us for breakfast, but he was absent today as well. Are you feeling better today?
もう平気。十分休んだから、いつも通り動ける。
Okay. Does anywhere else hurt?
もうほとんど。ほんの少し違和感があるくらい。昨日はずいぶん負荷をかけたから。
I knew that Orlok was accustomed to fighting and knew his body best, but I think it would be better if we spent today resting.
気を使ってくれてありがとう。でも本当に動くのには問題ないから。
Okay, I think this is where it changed. Because I think he says, yeah, I guess I should rest today. And now he's like, no, let's keep going. Orlok.
まあ少し落ち着け、オルロック。
Gil addressed Orlok with a chuckle. Last night after we returned, I shared with Gil what happened while we were away.
いつ何が起きるかわからねえんだ。休めるときに休んでおくべきだろう。
Yeah, this is different. Way different.
わかった。
Okay, good. You were a little bit gung-ho about going about it, but we kind of gentled you down, which is good. I was pleasantly surprised that Gil managed to convince Orlok with a little persuasion. Having an extra day of rest would no doubt aid Orlok's recovery.
とはいえ、屋敷にこもりきりってのも気がめいるか。どこか行きたい場所でもあるなら、車で送らせるが。
Where the fuck would we want to go? Probably the church or something, or Arca or Arca, right? The neutral ground.
車で移動できるなら安全だと思う。けど、あなたはどこか行きたい場所ある？
Well, I appreciated Gil's offer. There wasn't anywhere in particular I wanted to visit. Considering the dangers, it would probably be best to go somewhere where it would be easy to blend in. Somewhere in Arca that's more crowded than the church, a place where we can relax. How about the library?
図書館。いいと思う。俺、この町の図書館行ったことない。
Okay.
じゃ、話は決まりだな。昼前には出られるよう、二人とも用意しといてくれ。
Yes, thank you, Gil. Gil smiled warmly in response. The library was located near the plaza in Arca. We were able to catch a ride with Gil, who was leaving for work. After a short drive, the car came to a stop at the plaza. Stop, not start. I can read y'all, I promise.
お手をどうぞ、シニョリーナ。
This isn't your route, silly goose. Gil got out of the car first and offered his hand to me. Thank you. I know he was just being courteous, but he'll have to wait his turn for his route. I felt embarrassed to take the hand that he extended to me so naturally. Ah!
大丈夫か？
Girl, I hope you didn't fall on him. I had missed a step on my way down. Gil quickly caught me in his arms as I lost my balance and fell. You have a habit of doing that, Lily. Don't do that to my string bean girl. I'm sorry. Thank you. I quickly apologized and thanked him, hurrying to stand up on my own 2 feet.
気にするな。じゃ、夕方頃迎えをよこす。
Okay. Ruminating. Uh-oh. Leo. Leo, darling, please calm down. As I walked through the streets of Fauci, I was thinking to myself.
目の前で人が殺されそうになってるのは放っておけないから。こんなことで許してもらおうなんて思ってない。ただ、俺はもう誰も殺したくない。目の前で誰かを死なせたくない。ただ、それだけ。
The people I lost, the fact that I couldn't avenge their deaths, Orlok letting me go. I sank even deeper into despair the more I remembered what Orlok said. He was completely unfazed, waving goodbye before climbing back into the car. Soon enough, and audibly enough, the car drove away, and Orlok and I walked in the direction of the library. Ooh! Take a look. It's in a book, bitch. I love it. We walked between the shelves of books. Our library was very old, known to possess a vast collection of historic works. The building itself was beautiful and well maintained, with each book neatly in its place. Is there anything you'd like to read, Orlok? Oh, baby, I hope you're not taking that me falling on Gil like a hussy too personal. Orlok? I turned to make sure he was still there. The pensive expression on his face was the same as when we first arrived at the plaza. Bitch, because you fell on Gil like you think you slick. Orlok? Is something wrong?
俺、もっと食べて大きくなる。ギルみたいに。
Oh, my sweet string bean. I would love that, but you're past puberty, so if that's as much as you grow, that's as much as you grow, baby. There's no really changing that too much. I mean, I guess you can still grow, but don't worry about it. I still love you. Huh?
いざという時、あなたに頼ってもらいたいから。そのためにはきっと身長も必要だと思う。
You're taller than Lily, though, so I mean, do you really need to be fucking Jolly Green Giant Gil?
それにもっともっと強くならないと。
Was he bothered by what happened? Yes, bitch. Seeing that Orlok was dead serious, I said, oh my god, is this a choice? God damn it. Hold on. Okay, you want to become stronger. You're strong enough already. We're gonna tell him this. Don't worry, y'all. I will do the alternate choice at the end of Orlok's thing. At the end of Orlok's true ending, I think. Whatever. You're strong enough already. Orlok, you're strong enough already. I always thought of you as reliable.
でも
Ain't no but, boy. You're taller than me and stronger than me.
それはそうだけど。
Bruh, you ain't got you don't have to subscribe to unrealistic body expectations. Lamb chop. If you're healthy and happy, I'm happy for you. Yeah, you ain't gotta like worry about all that. You're always there to protect me. You always take good care of me no matter what. You hold my hand when we walk around town, and you even slow down to match my pace too. I feel so happy and safe when I'm with you. Yes, baby. Ah.
そうなの？
Yes. Of course.
そうなんだ。
That's my baby. Orlok's cheeks turned slightly red as he looked down with embarrassment. Seeing Orlok like this was so cute that it made me even love that. It made me not be able to read correctly. Seeing Orlok like this was so cute that it made me love him more than ever. I really do love Orlok with all my heart. Bitch, tell him that! My smile grew by the second, just as my happiness did. So, what kind of book would you like to read? I asked Orlok again, and his eyes swept across the bookshelf.
俺、聖書以外の本ってほとんど読んだことないから、最近は子供たちに童話を読み聞かせたりもするけど、自分で本を選んだことないかも。だから、あなたの好きなお話が知りたい。おすすめの本があれば教えてほしい。
My favorite stories. I nodded, but this was a huge responsibility. I need to find a book that I know Orlok would enjoy reading. With newfound resolve, we roamed between the bookshelves in search of something worthy. Okay, invitation. Uh-oh, we're in the alleyway? Okay.
代行者のヨハン様ですね。お待ちいたしておりました。
は
Hey, Henry, what the fuck are you doing? You supposed to do something. You supposed to do work last time. Your ass was never even heard of. After what? Whatever chapter that was? 2, 3?
なんで俺の名前を知ってる？答えろ。答えないなら殺す。
Ooh.
ああ、困りました。しつけのなっていない犬のお相手はあまり経験がなく。
は？
Yes, he called you a dog. What you gonna do about it?
殺していただくのは構いませんが、私の話、ヨハン様にとってそれなりに役に立つものかと。 この役回り、私には全くの徒労だというのに、まったくエミリオ様の人使いの荒さには困ったものです。
エミリオ。その名前、どっかで。
こんな場所で立ち話というのも野暮なもの。私のカジノへいらしてはいかがでしょう。詳しいお話はそちらで。その上で、私が気に入らなければ、あとは煮るなり焼くなり殺すなりご自由に。
I guess he really doesn't like Emilio that much. He doesn't mind getting killed. But, what the hell is Henri gonna tell Johan, I wonder? I whispered to him bits of information about the stories while we chatted about nothing in particular. The hell is that noise? The time blew by. Oh my god. The time flew by so quickly. We only noticed that it was evening when Gil's driver came inside looking for us. Like, what the hell is y'all doing? Get in this damn car. Hey. Wait, did I even read that? Okay, yeah, I did. Sorry, Pupper does not like the noise either. So, yeah. And buddy, that's one outburst. You do another one, I'm gonna close the door on you. Sorry, y'all. The wonderful day we spent together enjoying each other's company had lifted our spirits. The next day, we returned to the plaza in Arca to continue gathering information about Johan. Orlok's behavior was so natural that it felt as though we were just taking a leisurely walk. When I glanced over at him, I saw that his eyes were carefully observing the area around us. Though our day seemed to pass without incident, he remained on the alert, watchful for any threats. Is that the yard man? What the fuck? Orlok's head turned suddenly, not suddenly. What the fuck? Did he notice something? I looked in his direction and saw a happy child running toward us with great excitement.
ねえねえ、そこのお兄さんとお姉さん。
俺たちがどうかした？
二人に手紙を渡してくれって頼まれたんだ。
手紙？それを頼んだのはどんな人？
背が高くて綺麗な感じの人。
Real pretty child. Must be Henri. Huh? There's like plenty of men who fit that description. Which one, kid? A tall and pretty man. Who could it be? I searched my memory for any man I knew who could fit that description. Orlok too seemed to be thinking to himself. His head was tilted slightly in bewilderment. Tall, maybe Gil? But why would he go to the trouble of asking a child to give us a letter? Girl, you think he pretty too, huh? It's that eye patch. Girl, you ain't slick. I wondered whether Johan or Leo could have given that impression to a small child. Oh yeah, that too. You think they're pretty? I mean, Leo's cute. Johan, if he toned it down and like didn't remind me of Kanan, I'd give him a fair shake. Orlok and I looked at each other just as the child shoved the envelope into Orlok's hand.
じゃあね。
Alright, kiddo.
ありがとう。
The young boy proudly ran off, jumping every now and again.
ルカより少し小さかったかな。
No. He is. Orlok watched him for a while until he disappeared into the crowd.
手紙読めばわかるって言ってたけど。
Orlok opened the envelope and took out the letter. It was from Henri Lambert. Meet me at the church tonight at 2 o'clock. Damn, why so ungodly hours at a place of God? The fuck? You really edgy. Do not inform Gilbert Redford. The letter was very short and to the point, relaying only the bare minimum. 2 o'clock in the morning? I wonder why.
わからない。けど、彼はエミリオの友達みたいだし、少なくとも俺たちに敵意はなさそうだったけど。
Yeah, but still, like you said, still, it's some goofy shit. If you don't want us to, like, let Gilbert know.
何か意味のある指示だとは思う。
I think so too. Whatever it was information that he didn't want Gil to know. We decided to head back to the Visconti Manor early in preparation for the night. For 2 nights, excuse me, not the night. Shortly after midnight, Orlok and I quietly snuck out, careful not to make any noise. As we walked down the street, I couldn't help but notice all the darkened homes and shop. That freaked me out, to be honest. The chilly night air was unusually quiet, and I felt Orlok take my hand with concern.
大丈夫?
Oh, yeah, everything's daijoubu. Yes, it's just that I've rarely been out so late. It feels a bit strange to me.
そっか。普通は夜中に街を歩くことあんまりないよね。
Orlok smiled kindly and squeezed my hand. We continued down desolate streets until we finally arrived at the church. The familiar silhouette stood silently against the dark sky, but still no sign of anyone. Bitch, the door should be locked by now. Orlok briefly put his hand on the door, then spoke in a low voice.
開いてる。もう来てるのかな?
We exchanged silent glances, and I took a deep breath before we entered. It was just as... Okay, door opening sound effects. Okay, come through. It was just as silent as... It was just as silent in here as it was outside. But the moon cast a faint light onto a tall figure standing in the aisle.
こんな時間に呼び出してすまない。
It's okay, darling. I'm glad you're showing your true self versus that pompous wig and outfit. You look good in it, but I like this version of you better. Huh?
特にリリアナ、君には重ねて謝罪を。状況が状況とはいえ、女性を呼び出すような時間ではないのに。
Ungodly too, but let's proceed. Are you Henri? There was a momentary confusion in his eyes, but soon he realized why I was unsure. I'm sorry. It's just that you look so different compared to before.
ディレットーレの時と身のこなしも違う。俺にも一瞬別人に見えた。けど。
Buddy, I'm about to close the daggone door.
仮面を外した後の彼とは同じ動き。だから、この人はアンリだと思う。
Indeed. I was still unsure about the man's identity, but Orlok seemed to have no doubt about it. I looked back at the stranger, studying the similarities that Orlok mentioned.
それで、今夜はどうして俺たちを？
本題に入るのは全員が揃ってからにしたい。
Oop, bitch. Who, Johan or Emilio? Or all of them? All? Suddenly, the door behind us opened.
リリー、俺の後ろに。
Oop. Orlok stepped in between us before I could even turn around. I was reading it right, sorry. To my surprise, it was Johan who stood at the entrance. Huh? Johan was glaring at Orlok with the same resentment as before, but he was not holding a weapon in either of his hands that lay at his sides.
オルロック、フセットを下げてくれ。
Why? We don't know how Johan's gonna nut up.
でも、彼は
ヨハン・シュタイナー。使徒の代行者であり、使徒としての名はまだ得ていない。オルロックという使徒を恨んでいる。だが、今夜は君たちに危害を加えない。
What is going on? Exactly. I stared at Henri cautiously, confused as to whether or not he could be trusted. You know Johan?
君が想像しているつながりではない。彼は君たちを襲撃した。だから私は彼に接触した。
Henri turned back to Orlok and continued in a steady voice.
君との交戦で負傷した彼の足取りをつかむのはそう難しいことではなかったよ。
よくわからない。あなたは何のためにそんなことを？
Johan had not said a single word since his arrival. He merely stared at Orlok with eyes full of contempt.
私がこの場を設けたのは、君たちに話をする必要があると判断したからだ。
A discussion about Orlok and Johan? Henri nodded and continued.
その上で、君たちが殺し合いをするというなら、それはそれで構わない。止めはしないよ。だが、まずは理由を知るべきだ。
理由？
どうして彼に狙われるのか、なぜ憎まれたのか、その理由を知らないだろう、オルロック。
He was right.
理由？なの復讐に決まってんだろ。
Johan said that it was for revenge, but he didn't tell us on whose behalf or why.
君は知るべきだ。ヨハンもそれを望んだ。だからこうして武器を抜かずにいる。
わかった。
Orlok nodded and put away his weapon. But he didn't move an inch from where he stood, still keeping me protected from Johan.
そうだ。あんたは知る必要がある。俺の復讐は正当なものだってこと。あんたが俺の兄貴を殺したんだからな。
ヨハンのお兄さん。
どうせたくさん殺しすぎて覚えてないよな。殺した相手のことなんか。それもあんたの罪だよ、オルロック。
ヨハン。
At the sound of Henry's stern voice, Johann frowned, shifting uncomfortably.
それはただの罵倒だ。真実を伝えたいなら、そのように喋りなさい。
ああ、わかったよ。
Henry's calm, steady demeanor seemed to have an effect on Johann. Johann composed himself and spoke again. And yes, folks, I do have food in my mouth. I'm so sorry.
兄貴は使徒候補の一人だった。7年前に訓練中の事故で死んだってずっとそう聞かされてた。けど本当は違った。兄貴は試練で殺されたんだ。
Orlok gritted his teeth as though he knew what Johann was talking about. Hush!
その顔、少しは思い出したってか？
There was a question I needed to ask that a part of me was afraid to know the answer to. What do you mean he was killed as a part of training? When neither immediately responded, Henry spoke up in their place.
いわゆるテストのようなものだ。使徒になるための最後の試練は、候補たちにも直前まで内容は明かされない。毎回細かな条件は異なるそうだが、いずれも行われるのは候補同士の殺し合いだ。
But hey, shut up. Okay, you know what? You wanna leave? Guess there's a third time doing this. Killing the other perspectives?
候補たちは最後の一人になるまで戦う。生き残った者が使徒になれる。
Damn, it's rough. How could the church do such a thing? My voice shook with every word, and Henri responded with a bitter smile.
教国が好む前時代的な仕組みだ。とても愚かだと思うよ。虫唾が走る。だが、彼らはそれが正しいと信じている。より優秀な使徒、神のしもべにふさわしいものを選び出すための正当な儀式だと。
ベルナーは、俺の兄貴は誰より使徒にふさわしかった。なのに、ガキに殺されたなんて誰が信じる？たった12のガキが他の候補を皆殺しにしたなんて。ありえねえ。こいつが汚い手を使ったに決まってる。
12 years old doing this shit.
そっか。あなたは彼の。
Orlok's voice was quiet in response to Johann's enraged shouting.
ベルナーは確かに強かった。それに正しい人だった。こんな試練間違ってるって言ってた。
He probably couldn't kill a 12-year-old.
俺はその頃は彼の言ってることがよくわからなかった。ただ芸家のために使徒になりたくて、あの人を喜ばせたくて、だから
あんたの事情なんて知らねえよ。
Language, Johan.
じゃあ俺が誰かを喜ばせるためにその女を殺すって言ったら、あんたはしょうがないって言うのかよ。
それは。
リリアナ。
Yes. As this unfolded, Henri appraised my reaction, posing a query that might have been a slight, had it not also sounded curious.
君はどう思う？オルロックのためなら殺されてもいい？それとも他人の復讐のためには死ねない？
Hold up. I ain't agree to none of this. I just wanted to hear what the fuck was going on. Who said something about killing me?
アンリ、それは。
It's okay, Orlok. I put my honest feelings into words. Oh, come on. What is with these choices all of a sudden? Shit. Orlok, baby. I think the obvious choice is this one. I'm saying it as a lesson learned from the first game. I'm just gonna say, hey, I don't want to die. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I don't want to die. I promised Orlok that I would live by his side forever, no matter what. Even if it meant losing everything else. Even if it was a sin for us to be together. It's the only wish I have in this world. I gave them my answer without hesitation. hey, calm down, bruh. I said I don't want to die. Johan's face twisted with agony. When I finished speaking, Orlok slowly turned back to Johan.
ベルナーのことだけじゃない。今になってみれば、本当にそれしかなかったのかって思うことはある。奪ってきた命に申し訳ないと思うことも。だけど俺は他の方法を知らなかった。知ろうとしなかった。俺には殺す力があった。だから殺した。
Before Johan could act on his growing rage, Henri's calm voice immediately cut through.
自ら死を望む者は多くない。相手を殺すことで自分が生きることができるのなら、オルロックの判断は妥当なものだろう。それはヨハンの兄にも言えることだ。同じ条件を与えられ、一人だけが生き残った。ただ、それだけのこと。
そうだけどさ、オルロックの方が強かったんだろ。だから勝ったんだろ。そんなの俺だって分かってるよ。だけど俺にはたった一人の大事な家族だったんだ。
No, Johan, baby. I feel for you, I really do, but holy shit, you were going about shit the wrong way. Orlok bit his lip, trying to endure the grief that his eyes betrayed.
ごめん。俺はヨハンの大事な人を殺してしまった。だけどあの時、俺の方が死んでいればよかったとは言えない。 エルナーにも、俺が殺してきたたくさんの人たちにも、申し訳ないとは思ってる。だけど、俺は、自分の生きてきた時間を否定したくないから。
Johann said nothing, instead averting his gaze to a nondescript corner of the church.
俺はこの街でマフィアと殺し合った。殺さずに済むなら殺したくなかった人もいた。もしかしたら何かが違えば分かり合えたのかもって思う人もたくさん殺してきた。それはすごくいけないことだったけど、俺はもう人を殺したくないって思ってたけど、俺が使徒だったからできたこともある。俺が人を殺したことで救われた誰かもちゃんといたんだって。それは俺も知ってるんだ。
I understood I understood exactly what he meant. Orlok had saved my life again and again. If it weren't for him, my own life would have been lost long ago.
本当にごめん。
Oh.
なんで謝るんだよ。それでそんなんで俺が喜ぶとでも思ったのか。謝るくらいなら返せよ。あんたが殺した俺の兄貴を返してくれよ。
Yeah, it's not gonna bring him back.
それができないなら憎ませてくれよ。もっと最低の人間でいてくれよ。俺が恨みやすいように。あんたはぶっ殺されて当然の人間なんだって。そう振る舞ってくれよ。人殺しのくせに。
Bruh, you kill people too, so hot meat cattle. The condemnation he unleashed burst forth and echoed throughout the church. Warm hand. The fuck? Uh-oh. I listened intently to the voices coming from inside the church. A letter with no sender was given to me this afternoon with instructions to come here. The fuck, Henri? It said that a secret meeting would take place tonight, one I'd be able to overhear from outside the church, and that I would learn what I wanted to know. I thought it might be a trap, but when I peeked inside, Orlok and the others were really there. Really were there, whatever.
人殺しのくせに。
One of the guys bolted toward the door as I was leaning up against.
まずい。鉢合わせる。
I panicked, looking around for cover.
こっちへ。
Huh? What the fuck, Emilio? With no time to waste, I followed the voice to the other side of the building without question.
いい夜だね、レオ。求める言葉は聞こえたかい？
I didn't know who he was, but he somehow knew me. His hair shone like sunlight under the moon.
僕はエミリオ。たまには聖職者らしいこともしようと思ってね。君と話をしに来たんだ。 君がオルロックを許す必要はない。憎んでいいし、殺したいと思って当然だ。まあ、実際に彼を殺すのは少し難しいだろうけれど。
本当に聖職者なんですか？言ってることめちゃくちゃですけど。
Despite my doubts, I spoke to him as politely as I could. I felt like there was something in him that was bigger than the boy standing in front of me.
信仰とは人を救うためのものだからね。彼を恨むことで君が救われるなら、それはそれで悪くないだろうと僕は思っている。死んだ人間は復讐を望まないなんて言う人もいるけれど、誰がそれを証明できる？中には望んでいる人もいるかもしれない。
I closed my eyes. My mind was such a mess that I just started saying everything that had been bottling up inside.
ファルツォーネがあいつを見逃してたら、ダンテさんたちは今でも生きてたかもしれない。けど、マフィアのメンツや誇りは、時として命よりも大事なんだってこと、俺は知ってる。ダンテさんもニコラさんも、誇りを汚すような生き方なんて選べたはずがない。そういう人たちだった。
Talking about what was pent up inside me started to drudge up my past. I remember being happy when I was little, but it didn't last very long. When I was 10, my parents left town and left me behind in Strano. With no one else to rely on, I did what I could to somehow survive on the streets alone. If I made a mistake pickpocketing, I'd get hurt real fast. Other times, people would come after me for working in their territory. I somehow survived the beatings, day after day. Aww. The real miracle was that I didn't die of hunger in all the time I was alone. One day, I heard a bunch of commotion coming from a crowd nearby. Curious, I came a little closer and saw some rich guys in expensive-looking suits. I didn't know back then that they were mafia big shots who came to Strano sometimes. Even after the crowd dispersed, I couldn't stop looking at them, like I was hypnotized. Yep. There was one person in the middle who stood out compared to all the rest. He looked like he was around my age. It was then that our eyes met. I thought I was dreaming, but in the next moment, he looked up at one of the big guys standing next to him.
カポ、僕、あの子が欲しいです。
What do you mean by that? The man thought for a second, then nodded. I was too far away to hear what he said. The boy approached me without even an ounce of fear. He held out his hand to me, a kid in rags. Aww. Dante was 12 years old back then, and I have served him ever since. It wasn't my dream to make it in the Mafia. There was nowhere to climb up in the Falzone family, which was all about their bloodline. But I worked at his side every day, never once looking to get more than I had. All I wanted was to help Dante. I'd be his shield. I would even die for him. The kind of death I would be proud of. I thought that was the way things would go.
答えをすぐに出す必要はない。ただ、一つだけ言えることは、今の君はオルロックには勝てないし、本気の彼と争えば 数秒と持たないだろう。
Damn, Emilio, you gassing me up. Well, gassing Orlok up, my babe. So, all he has to do is threaten Lily and it kind of wavers.
君はまず、自分の人生を生きるべきだ。日々を生きて、それでもまだ憎いと思うのなら、その時、また彼を殺しに行けばいい。
I like how he says, he can seek your death and his, because he's definitely gonna get you trying to get him, you know, or Lily.
でも、俺のファミリーは、も
う。当然、すぐに切り替えることは難しいだろう。けれど、君のことを気にかけている人間もいるはずだ。
I suddenly realized there was someone else in the garden aside from Emilio. Someone looking quietly on as we spoke. Kill.
シニョレ・レッドフォード。
結論を急ぐなってのは俺も賛成だ。とりあえず、しばらくうちに来い。うまい食事と寝床くらいは保証してやる。
God damn it, Leo, take the offer. He looked more serious than I was used to. But his voice was gentle and full of concern.
うちの屋敷にはオルロックもいるが、そこは休戦ってことで頼むぜ。自慢の屋敷なんだ。傷つけられたくねえ。
I didn't know why he felt like I deserved the kindness he kept showing me. But maybe Amelia was right. That there was someone left in the world who cared about me. Aww. I care about you even though I'm not in the story. I held back my tears and somehow mustered the strength to keep my voice steady.
まだ、どうしたらいいかわからないですけど。しばらくお世話になってもいいですか？
ああ。
Signor Redford smiled as he held out his hand to me. I reached out and took it, feeling the firm grip of his handshake anchoring my thoughts. His hand was much larger than Dante's was that day, but it was just as warm. Aww. With one final curse, he turned and ran back through the doors, out into the darkness. As the last of the echoes faded, the quiet of the night was restored. Orlok made no movement, staring blankly at the doors through which Johann disappeared. Not long after Johann left, Henri apologized once again for the sudden meeting before taking his leave as well. Orlok and I were the only ones left now. We decided to remain in the church and pray before leaving for the night. The hell? What was that? After making sure the doors were locked.
ずいぶん出てくるのが遅かったけれど、祈ってでもいたのかい？
No matter how often it occurred, Emilio's appearance always managed to surprise me.
まったく、血は争えないね。彼も教会に立ち寄ると、予定がどれだけ詰まっていても、欠かさず祈っていた。
彼って。
Orlok looked at Emilio curiously. Come to think of it, Emilio said before.
オルロックは父親がドイツ系だから、食事の好みが合うのかもしれないね。
Are you referring to Orlok's father by chance?
そうだよ。
Orlok's eyes widened at Emilio's simple reply.
エミリオ、俺の父さんを知ってるの？どんな人？ドイツに住んでる？
Orlok's questions came in rapid succession as he moved closer to Emilio. We both waited with bated breath, but in that pause, I knew it would be upsetting news.
ごめんね、オルロック。君の父親はもう亡くなっているんだ。
He says with a smile on his face.
そう。
Orlok's gaze fell to the ground, his eyelashes trembling with disappointment. Oh.
けれど、君が峡谷に拾われて使徒になったことは彼も知っていたよ。
Instead of talking in cryptics, just tell him the fuck you mean. Does that mean Orlok's father was a part of the church in some way? Emilio did not reply, but his smile answered my question.
じゃあ、俺がたくさん人を殺したことも知ってたってこと？
Yeah, yike. He wanted you to be a disciple, so mission accomplished. Orlok was apprehensive as he asked, and Emilio responded reassuringly.
もちろん。けれど、それで君を軽蔑するようなことはなかったよ。君の父親はむしろ、君が使徒になることを望んでいたからね。
It was? The revelation was as much of a shock as it was a relief.
彼は、とても敬虔な、旧来的な信仰心を持っている人物だった。人は生まれながらにして罪を負っている。と、教国では教えている。彼は、罪人である自分の息子は、より重たい罪を負っているだろうと考えた。息子の魂が救われるためには、命を賭して、神のために奉仕するしかないと。君が使徒になれば、救いに近づく、と、そう信じていたんだ。彼なりにね。
But he killing people, that doesn't stray you closer to... That you're further straying from God, but okay.
俺の父さんはどんな罪を犯したの？
The kind that led to your existence, Orlok.
彼の名誉のために伏せておくよ。規則を破ったことを罪と言うなら、彼は間違いなく罪を犯したのだから。けれど、時代や文化によって罪の尺度は変わる。信仰に変わりがなくともね。
父さんはどうして母さんの元からいなくなったの？俺のことを知っていたのはどうして？それに使徒のことを知ってたなら、俺の父さんはもしかして行為の...
Emilio listened with patience, smiling at Orlok as gently as always.
君の父親が君の母親の元を去ったのは、君が生まれるよりも前だった。それ以上の詳しい経緯は個人的なことだから、僕の口から話すわけにはいかない。ただ、君の母親はイタリア人なのに、生まれてきた君にドイツ系の名前をつけた。
Oh my, what is it?
もし君の父親を憎んでいたなら、そんなことはしなかっただろうね。
俺の
Are we gonna... Oh shit. I'm sorry. Let me go back and let him say it.
俺の名前。
Yeah! What's his real name? Alright, that is his real name. What's his last name? What does the name Orlok mean?
いや、そもそも彼は使徒になったその日にオルロックとなったんだ。 それ以前の名を思い出せるかい？
What is it, baby? I want to know your real name. Orlok's brow furrowed in concentration as he tried to recall his early childhood. Unfortunately, it might have been too long ago for him to remember. Emilio spoke in a low, chanting voice, as if to trigger Orlok's memory.
ノアシルベーリ。それが君の本来の名前だ。
Oh, that's a beautiful name! Oh. I'm still gonna call you Orlok, but oh. Struck by the powerful memory, Orlok staggered back as the realization swept over him. What had long remained dormant was suddenly reawakened by Emilio's whisper.
どうして忘れてたんだろう。
He mumbled to himself, still in a stupor.
使徒に過去は不要だ。教国が求めるのは人ではなく、神のしもべたる使徒なのだから。だから、最後の試練に挑み、使徒となった者は、それまでの記憶の大半を奪われる。と言っても、完璧なものじゃない。薬と暗示による処置だからね。何かの拍子で思い出すこともあるし、奪えない記憶もある。
Orlok listened quietly as Emilio spoke, trying his best to remember his forgotten past. Perhaps the name Noah was helping him to illuminate the darkened corners of his mind.
じゃあ、僕は先に行くよ。また会おう。
How you gonna drop that big ass truth bomb and leave afterwards with no further explanation, you bastard, you church ninja bastard? Emilio bid us farewell and departed, leaving us to contemplate this newly revealed truth. Soon, Orlok and I followed, making our way into the darkness behind him. We walked slowly, holding each other's hands. Excuse me. A few minutes after we arrived in Creta, Orlok broke the silence.
俺は小さい頃の記憶はあまりなくて、母さんのこともおぼろげにしか覚えてない。でも、母さんが死んだのは俺が本当に小さい時だったから、覚えてないのも当然だと思ってた。使徒の訓練も内容自体は覚えてるけど、確かに一緒に訓練を受けてた人も数人しか覚えてない。
Those were all the memories taken from you. Orlok nodded in response.
だけど、そうか。俺はノアだったんだ。
Orlok. I wasn't sure exactly how to phrase it. If your real name is Noah, should I call you by that name instead? I mean, whatever he feels comfortable with. Orlok thought about it for a moment.
オルロックの方がいい。
Okay. Aww.
もちろん、ノアって名前で呼ばれるのが嫌なわけじゃないけど。
We're so used to calling him Orlok, so I'd feel weird, but
名前を捨てることで自分の罪から逃げるみたいだから。それに、
Orlok lowered his eyes, thinking back on the past, and I felt his grip grow stronger.
昔のことで覚えてることってあまりなかったんだけど、少し思い出した。俺が使徒として生きていくために必要なものは全部あの人がくれたんだ。
By he, do you mean? Orlok nodded and began to share more. About how he was brought to the church and placed into His Excellency's care. How he was given food to restore his strength so that he could move again like he used to. The day after he was chosen, as a prospective.
使徒になるのは大変なことだ。道半ばで命を落とす者も少なくない。だが、お前ならきっと成し遂げられる。私はそう信じているよ、ノア。人は誰しも罪を背負って生まれてくる。その罪を注ぐために生きなさい。
I couldn't remember the expression on His Excellency's face. I didn't have the knowledge to understand the words he spoke. But what I could remember was his voice was kind and gentle.
俺はその時すごく誇らしかったのに、そんなことまで全部忘れてた。陛下は俺にフセットをくださった。使徒候補に与えられる武器なんて教国から支給されるものがほとんどなのに、陛下は厳しい方で特別扱いなんて普段はしない人なのに。だからこのフセットは俺にとって特別な宝物になった。これはただの偶然かもしれないんだけど、フセットは北ベネト、俺の故郷のあたりで作られてるもので、もしかしたら陛下はそこまで知ってて選んでくれたのかなって。結局陛下に聞けないままだったけど、この特別な宝物があったから俺は今日まで無事に生き抜いてこられたんじゃないかなって、そう思ってる。そう思いたいのかも。
Orlok's trembling voice made my heart ache with pain.
オルロックは使徒になった時に陛下がくれた名前なんだ。それまでただの人間だった俺は使徒に、神の徒になったから。
彼はヨハン・シュタイナー。使徒の代行者であり、使徒としての名はまだ得ていない。
いや、そもそも彼は使徒になったその日にオルロックとなったんだ。それ以前の名を思い出せるかい
？Perspectives were given new names after they became disciples. I see. Both Orlok's name and his weapon were given to him by the same person. I understood how much those memories meant to Orlok still, despite all the heartache he suffered, and which I too felt keenly, excuse me, oh my god, I'm about to say Neely. I stayed quiet, wondering if Orlok had anything else to share, but he said nothing more. We continued to walk down the road toward the manor, our hands still joined together tightly. Huh? The following morning, we discovered yet another unexpected face at the Visconti Manor. It's Leo. Boom. How did I know that? I ain't played this game. Darling, have you come to your senses? He glanced up at us for a moment, then resumed eating breakfast while looking uncomfortable, as you should.
どうしてここに?
Even Orlok was surprised by his appearance and stood between us just in case. Stop being, what is it? The tsundere or whatever. Stop that. That doesn't even fit you. Leo did not say a word, but I heard a deep sigh escape Oliver, who was holding his forehead.
ゆうべ、ギルバートが彼を拾ってきた。君たちに危害を加える気はないという話だが、あの男、やることなすこと唐突すぎる。
そのギルはどこ?
すでに屋敷を出た。市場を見に行くそうだ。
The marketplace by the sea?
ああ、町の人間から話を聞くのが趣味のような男だからな。悪いが、私もそろそろ出なければ。
もしかしてオリバー、俺たちが起きてくるのを待っててくれた?
Probably not to kill Leo.
何も説明がないまま鉢合えば君たちも困るだろう。本来ならギルバートが責任を持って説明をするのが筋だろうが。
Thank you, Oliver. Oliver gave a small chuckle.
ビスコンティの談話室が血で汚れるのは私も避けたいからな。では、失礼する。
Oliver stood and walked out of the room, and a hush fell over the three of us left. As I wondered, I don't know what kind of noise she made. As I wondered what I could possibly say, Leo spoke first.
昨日の夜、実は教会に行った。
He stared at Orlok with a serious face.
全部聞いてた。俺はてめえを許すことはできない。何か事情があったにしろ、そんなのこっちには関係ねえことだし。
Ooh, okay. We're not looking for friendship. I understand, Leo.
けど俺は、まだ答えが出せねえから。だから、しばらくビスコンティにいて、てめえを見張ることにした。
Okay, sweetheart. Orlok made no attempt to interrupt, nodding in response once Leo was finished.
今すぐ俺を殺すつもりがないなら、俺は気にしない。
Don't give him that idea. He finished breakfast, then quietly stood and left. Just then, our own meals were brought in, so Orlok and I sat down to eat. Orlok, will we be going out to look for Johan today? Why? I mean, Orlok thought for a moment, then shook his head.
ヨハンのことを放っておくわけにはいかないけど、でも昨日伝えたいことはもう伝えたと思うから。今は答えが出るのを待ちたいと思う。ヨハンがどうしたいのか、どうするのか。
I see. I think that's a good idea. Really? Do we now? Orlok shifted his gaze here and there, glancing around the room with some hesitation. What does he sense right now? I remained quiet as to not disturb him, and watched as he drank his entire glass of orange drink. Juice and seconds. Finally, he turned to me, excuse me.
だから、今日の予定だけど、俺、あなたとデートしたい。
Oh, you're so forward. I love it. A date? I had not been expecting that at all. His sudden request took me by surprise.
今はいろいろ落ち着いてるから、外に出ても割と安全なはずだし。
It was very unusual for Orlok to suggest a romantic outing like this. We've been to a lot of places since we arrived here, but I don't think we've been on a date in Berlone yet. So, but I'm so happy you brought it up. I'd love to. Orlok blushed with shyness.
よかった。受けてくれて嬉しい。行き先はどこか希望ある？
Well, our past outings were all related to the search for Johann. As for where we could go As for where we could enjoy ourselves. How about the seaside? Maybe we'll even run into Joe on the way. Why would you do that? No.
海に行くのは賛成。だけど、ギルとは会わなくていい。デートだから。
Hell yeah, Orlok. I fucking 100% agree with you. Heh heh. Oh, Orlok. We spent the rest of breakfast time planning our date. And my voice cracked. Ugh. As we approached the harbor, we found it to be lively and bustling with people. Even when I lived in Berlone, I stayed close to the church and rarely visited this area or anywhere else. The sight in front of me was very invigorating. Have you been here often, Orlok?
必要に応じてかな。マフィアとは切り離せない場所だから、密輸関係の船も定期的に入ってくるし。だけど、仕事以外では来たことない。今日、あなたとが初めて。
I know, same ditto, baby. His response was so sweet that my cheeks could hardly contain my smile. We took each other's hands so that we wouldn't get separated. Nice transition into the same background. Under the clear blue sky, we walked through the busy crowd, and I smelled the aroma of fresh fruits growing stronger. Ooh.
そこのお二人さん、一杯どうだい？新鮮なペルコカを使ったサングリアだよ。しかも今ならよく冷えてる。
Sangria? Shit. Percoca, a special variety of clingstone peach. Ooh. Alright.
じゃあ、2人分ください。
毎度。いいね、かわいいね。恋人同士かい？
うん、そう、恋人。
It's so adorable. His shy smile was full of joy. The old lady handed us 2 glasses filled with sangria and popped fruit. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be like a mood killer. But yeah, I hate with certain things, especially with drinks. I hate chewing on like a drink. It like sangria, fruit infused water. I don't like it. I don't want to chew my drink. So like the best I can do is like a puree, but fucking whole fruits and shit in your drink. Oh hell no, I don't like it. They sparkled like rubies in the bright sunlight. It's the same color as Orlok's eye. I found myself looking at him as I thought so. Why don't we enjoy them over there? We moved to the side of the road and I took a sip of the sangria. How delicious! I had always loved percoca peaches, but I had never had them in sangria before.
お酒は別に好きでも嫌いでもないけど、でもあなたと一緒に飲むお酒は好き。なんだかちょっと大人な気分になる。
I keep forgetting we're in Italy, and it's like 1926, so I don't think they gave a damn. I mean, probably it's 18, but yeah, they probably didn't give a damn back then. I don't know, I could be wrong. Orlok's eyes were honest as they met mine. In them, I could see the deep affection that he felt, and I returned his loving gaze.
デート楽しいね。このままずっと今日が続けばいいのにって思う。
Oh, me too, sweetie. Me too. I didn't play this game before, I promise. I smiled and nodded in agreement. We enjoyed the peaceful moments of the day without any worries whatsoever. We roamed around the marketplace until the afternoon when the vendors began to pack up. On our way back to the manor, Orlok and I had passed by the Brulone Casino. There was little traffic in the area around us. The sound of a car approaching grew louder. It came to a stop just beside where we stood, and the door opened to reveal...
いやあ、偶然だね、シニョリーナ。
It was the new boss of the Falzone family, Raul Ghirlandaio. Whatever, I don't care. He seemed very pleased to see me. Oh, ah! Orlok took a step forward between us. Since neither of us knew Raul's true intentions, we both needed to remain vigilant.
ちょうどよかったよ。君のことをそろそろ迎えに行かなければと思っていたんだ。
Excuse me, sir. I have a man. Coming for me? Hey, we're in broad daylight. Well, his phrasing struck me as odd, as it should. But he simply smiled.
ずいぶん待たせてしまったね。悪かったと思っている。どうかな。このまま私と一緒にファルツォーネへ行かないか。
Hello? I said I have a man. What the hell's wrong with you?
どういうこと？
Yes. So I could see I couldn't see Orlok's face. It was clear by his voice that he was prepared to move if Raul gave him any reason.
オルロック、君は使徒だよね。もしかしてきちんと説明されていないのかな？
About what?
鍵の乙女はファルツォーネのもの。
His brazen declaration rendered me speechless. Raul tapped his fingers to his chest and looked at me.
君の胸にはあざがあるはずだね。それこそ君が鍵の乙女であるという証だよ。そして君がファルツォーネのものであり、私と結ばれる運命にあると示すものでもある。
No thanks. The way he stared at me made my skin crawl. I said something despicable under his smile.
まあ、私は見込んだ。君を妾にするようなことはしないから安心していい。
You mess with me, and I'm gonna be worried about being a widow courtesy of Orlok. Not that we're gonna get that far anyway, but still.
ちゃんと妻として迎え入れるよ。
Raul offered his hand to me, with confidence, as though he expected me to take it at once. Just then,
触らないで。近づくな。
thank you, baby. He's weird. I'm gonna leave now. You ain't a fighting type, so I don't know what you ain't gonna say or do shit. Held his position in front of me and spoke in a firm voice. A hint of fear flashed across Raul's face for a brief second, but soon his smile returned.
私の話が信じられないのなら、教国にでも問い合わせてはどうかな。まあ、使徒はともかく。シニョリーナ、君の心の準備ができていないのは仕方ない。突然の話だろうし。私は懐が深い男だ。君の理解が及ぶまでもう少し待つとしようかな。
Oh, money. Ain't no need. I'm frigid to the idea. I'm Sub-Zero. Finish him! Yeah, I'm not warming up to anything.
ではね、シニョリーナ。この次会うときは、もう少しゆっくり話をしよう。
Ew, get the fuck out of my face. Having regained his composure, he gave a winsome smile. Ooh, winsome. And he went back inside the car. He's gonna cry in the car. That's my voice cracked. He's gonna cry in the car. And just as he did after our first meeting, he drove Orlok. My birthmark. I was unable to enjoy my dinner after our jarring encounter this afternoon. I placed my hand over my chest as I looked in the mirror. I had grown to accept it as a part of me. But after hearing what Raul said, I felt uncomfortable by what it represented. So this mark is a sign that I'm destined to be with the Falzone? Was Orlok not told about this either? Could it really be true? Raul spoke with such certainty that there seemed to be no room left for doubt. Maybe Emilio knows. Suddenly, I heard a gentle knock on the door, which made me hesitate for a moment. I then considered that it might be Orlok, and I put on my robe to open the door. It was just as I had thought. Orlok was standing in the corridor before me, but seeing his face now made me feel awkward.
遅い時間にごめん。俺。
I thought he was going to say more. Orlok spoke somewhat haltingly. I could feel he had something to say, but was having trouble putting it into words.
やっぱりなんでもない。おやすみ。
Ah, get back here. Alright, okay, you gotta let him go. Oh, good night, Orlok. I didn't want to force him to tell me, but I wonder what Orlok wanted to say. I poked my head out to watch Orlok heading back to his room. Normally, I would ask him if there was something wrong, but after what happened earlier with Raul, I felt uneasy and restless. I closed the door and turning the light off before going to bed. This is where I was like, what the hell do you mean? Did you mean turned off the light? And then I was like, gosh, fuck it. Like, I got out of work, so I didn't care. Yeah. So I got a little tongue-tied at this part. I ended up falling asleep only minutes before the sun rose the next morning. Yike. Through some divine timing, only Orlok and I were around for breakfast. I looked down uncomfortably and caught sight of my chest, reminding me again of Raul. I shook my head to rid myself of the thought, telling myself to keep my head up. It was then that my eyes met Orlok's, who was looking at me with a worried expression.
今日もどこかに出かける？気分転換とか。
Hey, I'm sorry, but I was thinking of maybe staying in today.
そっか。うん、それがいい。この町に来てからあまりゆっくり休めてないと思うし。
Orlok nodded a number of times in agreement. Thank you, Orlok. I did my best to smile, even though it felt somewhat forced. Orlok made no mention of it. After finishing breakfast, I excused myself and returned to my room.
ギル。
よ、オルロック。出迎えなんて珍しいな。俺を待ってたのか？
うん。ちょっと心配なことがあって。
It was a complicated situation that left me wondering if I should talk to someone about it. The first person who came to mind was Gil.
彼女のことなんだけど。
I had managed to spend the entire day hiding out in my room. Though I was no longer feeling panicked, I couldn't say that I was feeling any better. Disappointed, I breathed a deep sigh. Huh? I heard a knock on the door.
リリー、もう夕食の時間だけど。
To be honest, I had no appetite to speak of. But I didn't want to worry Orlok any more than I already had. I gathered my strength to meet him at the door. When Orlok and I arrived, Gil and Oliver were already sitting at the table. Leo was joining us for dinner as well. Awkward. The table was set with an array of delectable looking dishes with a wonderful aroma. Wow! I could hardly believe in my eyes. I can't read for some reason. At the center of the table was a serving dish of grilled steak drizzled with balsamic glaze. Ooh, bitch, don't talk food right now. That sounds so good. Beside it were crispy potato fritters fried to a deep golden brown and left out beautiful fish. The American style pizza had a thick, twisted crust with melted cheese oozing between the slices. Oh, damn. What's Italian pizza like? I have to look it up. Isn't that wood fire crust and like it's thin crust or something? I don't know.
うん。たくさん食べよ。
Orlok nodded, unsurprised at the lavish feast that had been prepared for dinner this evening.
うちの客も増えてきたことだし、改めて歓迎のパーティーでもしようかと思ってな。
Well, don't look like that, darling.
俺がこんなとこにいていいんですか？
Unless you try to kill Orlok, be cool.
お前も俺の客なんだ。当然だろ。
Gil smiled broadly and clapped a hand on Leo's shoulder.
みんな座ったな。飲み物は大丈夫そうだな。それじゃ好きに取り分けて食ってくれ。
Somehow, Gil was able to put all of us at ease and invited us all to. Oh God, I hate that. Somehow, Gil was able to put us all at ease and invited us all to join in the dinner together.
お昼も食べないで考え事してたんだよね。しっかり食べて。
Thank you, Orlok. I will. I nodded in response to Orlok's concern.
パーティーの主賓は君たちだからな。遠慮はいらない。
Oliver spoke as he began loading everyone's plates one at a time.
あ、オリバー、いつもありがとう。今日もすごくたくさ
ん。年少者は放っておけなくてな。弟がいるせいか、つい構ってしまう。ギルバートの相手もあるし、世話を焼くのが日常茶飯事になっている可能性もあるが。ああ、オルロックには言う必要がなさそうだが、みんなちゃんとポテトを食べてくれ。万能食だからな。
Potatoes are bad for me. They gain weight like crazy. They're good though, but they hamper my progress. Gil chuckled as he chewed. Accustomed to Oliver's seriousness, better news nonetheless.
いや、でも、そんなポテトばっかりはさすがに。
その辺でやめとけ、レオ。それに文句を言うと夕食どころじゃなくなるからな。
Whoo, child, I beat him, blew up even worse than I am now. They was too confused to continue, as was I. Gil went on with the serious smirk.
いいか、オリバーは小言は多いが、めったなことがない限り本気で怒ることはねえ。けどな、俺がオリバーを本気で怒らせちまったのはポテトをバカにした時だった。
Huh? Gil looked at each of us in turn, as though he was telling a ghost story.
ポテトばっかりじゃ情緒がねえって軽口を叩いたつもりだったんだが、激怒したこいつと取っ組み合いの喧嘩になってな。
Jeez. Are you serious?
普段自分は文系だとか言ってるくせにすごい勢いで殴ってきてめちゃくちゃ痛かったんだぜ。ほら、ここに跡が。
I would be looking at Gil like, man, shut up. I do not get that, like, upset. You don't like that, don't like it. Oliver didn't even crack a smile and he responded.
ギルバートの好みはともかく、ポテトは栄養価が高い。味もうまい。病人食にも最適だ。
Alright, Mr. Potato Head. I couldn't be your wife.
たとえ食欲のない時でもポテトなら食べられるだろう。
Interesting.
そうなんでしょうか。食べられるかは人によるんじゃ。
レオ。
Gil shook his head solemnly, looking just as serious as he was when he told us the story. What scar? I didn't even talk about your eye, because we know how that happened.
じゃあ、ポテトをたくさん食べたら、オリバーみたいに背が伸びる？
Oh my god, baby. Don't believe that crap. You need like more than potatoes.
ああ、もちろんだ。間違いない。ドイツではみんなポテトをたくさん食べる。そうすると勤勉になるし、背も伸びるし。
Yeah, it helps us grow, but it doesn't help me grow tall. It makes you grow wide. But the intelligence I can also say.
いや、それは関係ないんじゃ。
悪いことは言わねえ。黙って聞いとけ。
Orlok was looking at his plate as he tightened his grip on his sword. Oh, baby, don't let up on potatoes. Carbs are gonna kill you. I could just tell he was deeply affected by when he took hers. Orlok quietly began to eat the pile of potatoes out the plate. He didn't stop until they were all gone. I wonder if he's feeling more relaxed now that Leo seemed to be getting along with everyone. Orlok told me before that he used to only eat bread and drink water. Seeing him enjoy different kinds of food now made my heart swell with happiness. As watched Orlok eating, I noticed a drop of balsamic glaze on his cheek. I guess it's as I watched. Silly typos. Orlok, let me get that. I quickly picked up my napkin and moved it to Orlok's cheek when...
君の胸にはあざがあるはずだね。それこそ君が鍵の乙女であるという証だよ。そして、君がファルツォーネのものであり、私と結ばれる運命にあると示すものでもある。
Oh, Rose, shut the fuck up. I stopped for a moment. After a brief pause, I wiped his cheek clean.
ありがとう。気づかなかった。
I could tell Orlok's smile was forced for my benefit. The surprisingly festive dinner ended almost as quickly as it began. After dinner, Gil invited us to stay for drinks in the lounge, but I was feeling a bit unsettled again and decided to return to my room for the night. Dinner was enjoyable in part because it had allowed me to forget everything for a while, but now the memory came back to me. Oh, I hate that. And you should have stayed with them because you might be left alone to your feelings and memories.
鍵の乙女はファルツォーネのもの。
Listen, you mother bitch. Stop popping up in our flashbacks. Advice. Yeah, advice. From who? Probably Gil and the boy. Not long after Lily left the lounge, I also excused myself for the night. While in the hallway, I slowed to a stop. I could sense someone coming after me and turned around to see who it was.
ウォルロック、彼女と何かあったのか？喧嘩とも少し様子が違うようだが。
彼女は今、きっと悩んでる。助けになりたいけど、何もできなくて、もどかしい。
Whenever I was feeling troubled, Lily would always be there to comfort me. And yet,
伝えたいことはたくさんあるのに、何を言えばいいかわからなくて。
オレロック、私の家系は女性が強い。そんな私の経験則に基づく意見だが。
Okay.
女性は賢い。こちらの考えなど簡単に見透かすことができる。だが、それに甘えて黙っていれば状況は悪化する。だから、正直に言えばいい。何を言えばいいかわからないが、伝えたいことはたくさんあると。
ありがとう、オリバ
ー。Oh, because how is she gonna know? She's not a mind reader. Just tell her that, you know, you're here for her, but I don't know how to put it into words. I felt reassured by the sincere advice that Oliver gave to me.
このまま放っておいても何も変わらない。うまく言えなくても、とにかく伝える。
I nodded to myself with resolve. Oliver also nodded and smiled approvingly. Yeah, it's a bit dead air, but... y'all, this redubbing sucks. I don't know what happened with the microphone, so... Yeah, redubbing. Emilio didn't show up at all today. If only I could talk to him. I breathed a heavy sigh. And I'm talking. That's okay. If only this mark would disappear. This birthmark has been a part of me all my life. It was supposed to identify me as the key maiden. It might stay with me forever. I said it wrong, but whatever. Just roll with it. I jumped up at the sound of the knock.
俺だけど、入ってもいい？
I hesitated for a moment, still feeling anxious. If I said I was going to bed soon, Orlok would leave without question. But the thought of that saddened me. I opened the door, and Orlok came in, looking quite stern. What is it, Orlok? He looked at me straight in the eye and spoke in a firm voice.
ラウルの話が本当か、俺にはわからない。だけど、そんなの関係ないって思ってる。だから、それを言いに来た。俺はあなたが好き。リリーはリリー。あざがあってもなくても関係ない。あなたは俺にとって最大の祝福。ずっとそう。俺の手に入れた最大の祝福はリリー。鍵の乙女は神聖なものだって聞かされてた。だけど今の俺にはわかる。その役割であなたの価値が変わるわけじゃないってあなたが教えてくれた。俺は使徒である前にオルロックだって。それと同じ。だから大丈夫。
Oh, thank you, baby. Orlok. I could tell that Orlok was trying very hard to reassure and comfort me. I felt so loved just by looking into his eyes. Thank you, Orlok. I smiled and took Orlok's hand. Orlok pulled me into his arms and embraced me tightly.
俺が悩んでた時、あなたが支えてくれた。だから、俺も支えたい。でも、言いたいことまとまらなくて、何を言えばいいのか、わからなくて。時間かかっちゃった。ごめん。
It's okay. I'm just happy you're here. I was surrounded by Orlok's warmth, not wanting to let go of him.
リリー？
I'm getting really sleepy. Maybe it's because I couldn't fall asleep last night.
じゃあ、今日はもうベッドに入ろう。
But I thought for a moment, then whispered, I want to stay with you longer, Orlok. At the sound of my whisper, Orlok seemed to jump a bit in surprise.
じゃあ俺、あなたが寝るまでそばにいる。それなら、いい？
Yes, thank you. Orlok led me back to my bed so that I could go to sleep. When I lay down, he gently pulled the blanket up to my shoulders. I looked up at Orlok. He was looking down at me with a tenderness that I couldn't describe. The familiar eyes that looked back at me soothed me beyond words. Feeling the gentle warmth of the blanket, I slowly closed my eyes. As I watched Lily drift off to sleep, I recalled what happened that day. For me, and for those who believed in me. I needed to bear every one of my sins.
お前が俺と同じ覚悟を持ち、己と己が背負う者のために手を汚す覚悟を決めたのなら、受けて立つ。もっとも、俺は殺されるつもりはないが。
But you did.
あなたを殺すことは謝らない。代わりに、俺はあなたを一生忘れない。あなたの命を奪った罪をずっと抱えて生きていく。だから、あの人を殺したこと、たくさんの人を殺したこと、これからもずっと俺は抱えて生きていく。誰も殺したくないっていうのはただの甘えだ。けど誰も彼も殺せばいいってわけじゃない。それじゃあ今までと何も変わらない。
That was the dog would shut up. Lily turned slightly in her sleep. I gently brushed the hair away from her face. I prayed for her, hoping that she would have pleasant dreams tonight.
ごめんね、リリー。たくさんあなたに負担をかけて、心配させて、危険にさらして。分かっていたのに、知っていたのに、時間がかかりすぎた。だけど、あなたのこと、俺も支えたい。あなたのためにもっと強くなる。
I no longer needed the strength to kill, but the strength to live as a human being.
強くなるんだ。大好きなあなたのために。
Ab fart? The fuck? All right, y'all. Woo! This was a long one. It's gonna be fun to edit too. Oh my god! So it's gonna take me a while, but we're gonna go ahead. So I'm glad I did this chapter when I did it. But yeah, it's gonna be a while before it pops up. But by the time y'all are watching it, just know that it was fun editing it. With all the shenanigans going on with the dog and then me, my fat ass eating. But besides that, y'all. Oh yeah, and the lawn people working on the lawn. But yeah, folks, that's gonna do it for your girl. Next chapter, we are almost, or I say next chapter, I'm sorry. Yeah, next chapter is the true ending. However, we still got a little bit of groundwork to go with the the other choices that I didn't do. So we'll tack that on with the true ending. And that would be it for Orlocks so far. So yeah, folks. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It I didn't think it would come to this, but here we are. But folks, let me go ahead and save first. Ab fart. What the hell does that mean? Sounds stupid though. But folks, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate you stopping on by. Yeah, I know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I'll see you lovely lads, lassies, and legends in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy, and